Before we get started with this, to celebrate this awesome purchase, we've got a limited special edition t-shirt that you guys can cop that's available for pre-sale right now at 53supply.com. And if you guys don't know, we're giving away a super rare, one of 200 Subaru STi made in 1994. Florida and New York are included. Every dollar you spend gets you a chance to win. We are selling this shirt. Oh geez, I know you're gonna love this video. It's been hard for me to keep this in, but let's check it out. A little over 5 years ago now, Victoria and I had to sell this car so that we could begin our lives. We ended up trading this car and selling it for bottom dollar so that I could begin my YouTube journey and we could support ourselves through the things that we needed. I learned so much from this car. Not only about cars, I learned a lot about people, businesses. I had to get rid of this car to invest in myself and also just for personal reasons. I always told myself that if I was presented the opportunity to buy this car again, I would. And guess it's time. I need to first get my 240 into my shop because I'm gonna be gone. Let's get her going. Okay. As much as I wish I could like drive this car back, can't happen. I got a baby now, got a wife, and I gotta go up by myself. So we're gonna get the trailer hooked up and we're driving all the way north of Wichita, Kansas, which is about 7 hours from me. So let's go get my old car back, boys. This is the funniest thing happened the other day. We had people coming to get a tree that fell on that big storm that we had, and I got stuck in our grass. And so my F-250 had to pull out a big ass truck, and I was a little impressed. So I've been in touch with the owner, Jeremy, for a couple years now. If you guys remember, almost 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, I made a video that I finally found after all those years, my red STi. What had happened was I had sold it right before Victoria and I got married so that we could fund daily that we could both use in something that I could make content with, but also to get some garage space. And to be honest, like I explained a lot in that video, there was a lot of mental bridges I needed to get over in life, and I needed to get out of the Subaru world. The Subaru, while a lot of people think it did like a lot for me for the channel, it actually was like one of the hardest cars for me to own, just because I'd gone through so much with it. I mean, I was from being 18 years old and spending $9,000 of your own money to rebuild an engine that you shouldn't have had to. That was hard, and then I had to work with it. I had to work all that money back, and then just between that and all the hate that I got online. And over the last year, a lot of you guys that still follow me closely, you know that I have had brain scans done, and I've found out that I had a severe anxiety disorder that was uncontrollable unless I had medications. Now that I have sort of hopped over those mental gaps and I have sort of thankfully been able to heal those issues, I think I'm ready to hop back in and give the Subaru a shot again. Now that I don't deal with anxiety and depression as badly as I used to, I think I'll be able to own this car again and just remember all the good things rather than focus on the negative. Let's be real, I learned with this car that there's two types of people that are in the Subaru tuner world. One are really nice people that probably love their jobs and are super nice to everybody and just like being in a car. And two, 30 to 40-year-old alcoholic men that have been through 3 marriages and refuse to go to rehab, but instead pick on 19-year-old kids online. I'm saying screw it. I'll deal with it again if I have to, but you know, being a young kid, I was like, I'm done with getting hate emails and hate mail and this kind of stuff. It really did happen from people that were in the Subaru world for no reason. This is an interesting move for me, and I'm excited to see it again. Jeremy, I've been talking with him for a couple years now, and the price was just never right. He wanted like 35 for it at first, then he's listed it a couple times. He's not gotten what he wanted, and I've given him offers, and yesterday I was like, this is my last offer. I'll come up tomorrow and buy it if you take this much. And he said, all right, sold. So I'm about to get back the car that all of my life started in. Oklahoma roads! $250 in fuel down so far. I'm trying to decide if I should make it there and back tonight or stay at a hotel. Almost in Kansas. Stretch pretty brutal. Funny enough, and this is the last thing I'll say before we get the car. 10 years ago, I actually got this car 10 years ago November. So that's kind of crazy, actually. I almost got it on my reunion. When I was 18, I got it. And this car actually came from Kansas, and I want to tell you guys why I have this car, or how I got it. So there's a guy that was high school friends with my father who lived in Kansas. He bought the car in Kansas, brand new, so I was the second owner. My dad owns his own business. He buys and sells and builds golf carts, but he's also always bought and sold Jeeps on the side. And so this guy who owned the STi really wanted my dad's Jeep. And so like since he buys and sells, he just had it on his floor plan, whatever, part of his business. And so he ended up taking the trade for the STi for one of his Jeeps. And he didn't want the STi. And my dad knew that I was working at Best Buy at the time to save up for WRX, so he let me have it. So it was like dream come true. I was gonna get like a Blah by WRX, but hey, I get a Stink Eye STi instead, so that is how I got it. So after my dad got the car though, everything was on me, and a lot of people just don't get that concept, and it was kind of hard for me as an 18-year-old to have a car like that, because people just get so jealous, and people immediately start treating you differently if you have something better than they do. And it's not like it was my fault that I got that car. My dad literally got it as a trade, and you know, just I guess being kind, he wanted me to have it. So I was like, I can't be mad about that. This car was definitely a hard one for me to own, because it already from the start made it hard for me to interact with people, because people looked down on me because I was young. I had a cool car when I was young, and so it was difficult. And even still, people, I mean, the Subaru world legitimately hated me. I mean, I remember driving around, this happened like many times. Dude, I was 18, 19 years old. Other Subaru guys would flick me off constantly. I'd be driving, like I would wave, you know, because I used to do that to every Subaru driver, and there'd be dudes that would give me the finger, just drive it on the other way, because they knew my car. Like, and I don't know what it was. Naziok. I had threads that were so bad about me that Naziok actually had to remove some of those threads. Same thing with Reddit, actually. r/Evan Shanks all got deleted because it was so bad. People were just shit-talking me because I was a young kid with this car. So that's how I got it. And it's ironic that it ended back up in Kansas, and it's coming back to Texas. I'm almost in, actually that's the Arkansas River. It's not Arkansas River, and that's the river that my family lives near. I have family in Kansas, but it's a long drive. We are almost in Kansas. I'll update you guys when we're there. Dude, the odds of my STi landing in little Hutchinson, Kansas. Man, that car has been driving around here for 4 years. I hope he's there. He said he might be late because he's waiting on a package somewhere else, but oh man, I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see it, boys. Let's see an address. Am I dumb? I get here, and all day I've been telling this guy I was gonna be here at 5 o'clock, and he just texted me, he's like, yeah, it might be like 45 minutes or so. Brother, I have 7 hours to drive back, my dude. I wanna see my car. But what do I do? How are you? It's great to finally meet you, man.
First YouTuber on this, so it's kind of weird. I mean, you don't know.
I'm just a normal guy.
You ready to see your baby, bud?
I am ready. Oh my God, dude. Wow. I didn't think I'd ever see this car again in my life.
Oh my God, dude. I'll get it out so you can.
Oh jeez, yeah, for sure.
It, you know.
Garage kept. Man.
That little thing, but it's not.
Oh, the little dent? Yeah, I can get that taken care of. Yeah, I didn't know if I'd ever see this thing again, man, honestly.
I bet it's a little surreal now.
This car and I have been through a lot of things together.
I watched all the videos, man.
Wow. It's still got this little thing coming off. Man, I haven't heard this car in 5 years. I have no idea how many videos I made of that startup. Oh my God, dude. The smell too. Wow. Dude, no goes, you're gonna bring it home. I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna start bawling.
Well, you guys are together. Then.
Yeah, so this was like this car, the first car that I got like with her, and like I mean we went in all of our.
This even has more memory. Like,
oh yeah, like we went on all of our dates in this car. Oh yeah, this is damn. So you haven't changed a thing, have you?
The only thing, like I told you,
Just maintenance stuff?
the turbo went bad.
Oh, the turbo, that's okay, that's right.
This little guy gets,
got a new one, okay.
yeah, but that's it, man. You know, I didn't even clean the engine, so I'm so scared. I'm not a mechanic,
Yeah.
but I know enough. I loved how you did this.
Yeah, no, I remember dropping that off of powder coating and everything, man. That's wild, dude. I got this car 10 years ago this November. So
10 years.
it's ironic. You know, funny enough, it came from Kansas. It came from Wichita.
I talked
Subaru.
to the actual salesperson
Yeah.
who sold it.
So
He's still working there.
Funny that it ended up being back in Kansas, but
I know that is, yeah.
dang, man.
Yeah, so when I started looking, because I had a 2005.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. The other side.
Yeah, it's just funny because I just remember all the little quirks.
I put little zip ties on that.
That's so funny, dude.
I look at all.
Oh wow.
And I even have.
Jeez. Did it have the access port when you bought it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the original one. That's the one.
It still has your maps.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I can't. I'm so tired from driving. I can't describe. Dude. I'm gonna take these off because these fall off too easily on the highway.
But no.
Yeah,
No.
so I actually lost that one right there, the left one. I lost it when I was in college. It went on a rainy day, and 3 weeks later I found it on the sidewalk.
It's funny. That you would know that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's yeah.
I took this on a road trip to Colorado about 3 or 4
nice.
times.
Awesome.
I never had that issue or anything. It's a trooper, man.
Well, let's get the bill of sale done, wrap it up, and get you paid. I'll get out of here. This is not real. I seriously didn't think I'd ever see this car again in my life. What? I have so many people that are gonna crap their pants. I didn't tell almost anybody I was gonna buy this car. So like, this has been probably so hard for me to keep a secret. Or for me, like a month. For you guys, whatever. I'm buying this on, today is September 1st. So there you go. Time to load it up. Guys, I have a lot to say. A lot. Let's go get a monster. Brother, it is 1 a.m. Can we don't? About 500 bucks in fuel. 14 and a half hours later, we're home. I'm hiding it behind the shop so Victoria doesn't see it. She's not allowed to see it until I'm awake in the morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning at the moment. Dude, that was a long day. I am gonna get her reaction in the morning, and it's gonna be great. I'm really excited for all this. Covering up the S13 for you guys too.
I'm anxious and I don't even know why.
You haven't seen this car since before we were married.
I know, it was like 2 months before we got married.
We got rid of it to get the Jeep.
I know.
To get a tow vehicle.
I know.
All right, you ready?
I'm like, I know what to expect. This isn't a surprise, but I feel. I have so many memories of this car.
First
How
thing,
do you feel?
I'm ready to clean it.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to mod it. I've already bought parts for it.
It's already shipped too?
It's already shipped. first thing I did is take off those little vents because I knew they come off all the time. I remember all the little quirks about this, those little front vents on the bottom.
I was wondering about that. My mom asked when I showed her the picture.
Yeah,
like, maybe they fell off.
First thing I did was like, I'm taking these off now because I'm gonna lose them on the highway if I don't.
Yeah. I know that sound. It is ingrained in my head.
Remember that sound?
Yeah. Hey, we matched.
Wow.
It's here, it's back.
You know, for a while I was contemplating on whether or not I should keep this car as it was, because like, I don't know, a lot of people considered this car like this is like an iconic Evan Shanks car or whatever, but this also was an Evan Shanks car when Evan Shanks couldn't afford to build a cool car. So like, I'm kind of like it to the point where let's do a big turbo, maybe a fuel system, the body kit I always wanted, and actually build Evan Shanks's car how Evan Shanks would have wanted to build Evan Shanks's car. I'm really tired of talking in third person. I'm not gonna do that. Buddy, you wanna see what all I've accomplished since you've been gone? Got some new lights in the shop. Actually, check this out, guys. Damn! Look at that, dude. The Subaru is joining a lot of...
This isn't even all of them.
Hey, dude, this isn't even all like cars. Oh, I'm pretty excited to get this back in my life and just drive it. I'm honestly just ready to drive it. This thing has been realigned, I can tell. This thing was corner balanced and they ruined it. This thing has like the alignment's poopy. The alignment's poopy. I don't like it at all. Good tires though. It's literally, it's very distinguishable. I mean, it smells like this Subaru. I mean, look at the lights. I gotta touch these up. I'll probably end up, I might make these clear again. I mean, I literally did. I probably painted these almost 10 years ago. Yeah, it was one of the first mods I did. Remember, I was at my mom's two or three houses ago. I might have Delira do some, I might like repaint a lot of this car, to be honest. I don't know, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but what do you guys think? I'm just gonna have fun with it, but what do you guys think I should do with it first? What in the world do I do now? Like, what would you, if you never thought you would see your car again, you know, and then all of a sudden it happened, you found it again, what would you do? You just stare at it? Would you go drive it? Would you autocross it? Would you track it? I think I have a few ideas. You wanna check it out? Better to be in here than the rain. Does AC still work?
Ooh, I need some love in here.
Yeah, as I say, you're gonna have to really do the Lord's work inside of this car. It is dirty, nasty. I don't know, I didn't get to show you guys this, but like, I mean, it's grimy, gross. It's disgusting, actually. I mean, like the floor is nasty. This is where you used to sit when we used to go on dates 7-8 years ago. Oh, I know what you're gonna say. Don't say it. They can't hear it. I know what you're gonna say.
You know what I'm gonna say?
I know what you're gonna say. My OCD is going nuts right now, guys.
They didn't love this car like we did.
He loved it enough. I feel like it could have been worse.
It could have been worse, yeah.
So Jeremy, thank you for taking care of this car, keeping it how it was. There's a couple things that have changed on it, and you know, there's a lot of things that I always wanted to do to this car over the years, and now I'm in the position in life to probably go ahead and do those. Not driving it till we all get in as a family. Not only was this my first car, this car, this is gonna get kind of deep, but you know, in college I went through an Adderall addiction, and I sat in this car contemplating on whether or not I should go to the hospital, because I figured, like, I literally was sitting in the driver's seat, you know, 6-7 years ago, and was like, I'm about to have a heart attack, I'm about to die. Like, this car has saved me from overdosing. You know, in college, like, I would, instead of take another pill, I would go out and drive it. And not only that, dude, the freaking carpet's backwards, man. Alright, this car needs me. Not even on a dark side, but like, this is the first car I ever entered into a car show and got into. It was the first time I ever experienced like a real expensive, like, I remember making this scratch right there. That was for me mounting a GoPro, and I accidentally scratched that. Like, that, it's just, I mean, this is the car my wife and I dated in. This is the car I did my first rallies on. This is the car that I met TJ Hunt in. Whenever him and I both were like really tiny channels, both of us less than 10,000 subscribers. He flew out to Arkansas. I picked him up from the airport in this car. We made a vlog together, and like, there's just so much stuff I've taken this back seat out 400,000 times for the drag strip. It's the first car I ever drag raced, and I learned a lot about cars. I learned a lot about people. A lot of things because of this car. And I think because I took initiative to get my anxiety under control this year, I think that was a good leap for me, and I think that's what can kind of like allow me to get back into this car again. Because this car for me, honestly, towards the end, it was traumatizing to get into. As a 20-year-old kid, 19-year-old kid, it's hard to know that so many people out there just hate you for a complete misunderstanding or this or that. I was a young lad just trying to make it at the end of the day, you know. I was just trying to make YouTube videos, and some of the titles that I used, people hated that, and it wasn't really my fault. Like, I didn't really know what else to title it, you know. This car blew up once, lost full compression. I don't really know the status of this engine at the moment. I'd like to do a compression check and get some new spark plugs, but I mean, I built this engine with my own money 8-9 years ago, and Victoria was there when the shop I had it built at broke the news to me, and I was like about to throw up because I was like, that's all of my money. I wanted to have it's wild. One thing that this car and the internet taught me is that no matter how nice you are, no matter how kind you are, no matter your intentions, no matter how pure your heart, no matter what you believe in, no matter any of those factors, there's always going to be a group of people out there that misunderstand you, or that will just never give you the time of day to understand. And not only that, there's always going to be a group of people out there that just don't like you. For whatever their reasoning is, they just won't like you. And what I want to tell you guys today, and if you guys are new to the channel, or if you have not been here for a long time, for the past like 3 or 4 years now, I've given daily advice at the end of every video. And my advice for you guys is, what I've learned from my perspective looking at that, it's not their problem. It's not their job to change. It's not my job to change them or to change their minds. It's my job, it's our job to understand that and just move on. You have to understand that no matter what you do, no matter how nice you are, no matter how good of a person you are, no matter your intentions, no matter how pure your heart is, people will just not like you. And you can't fix it. You shouldn't waste your energy trying to fix it. You have to just understand that and move on, because there are also tons of people out there that will like you because of who you are, because of what you do, and all this. So it took me about 2 years of thinking on whether I wanted this car or not, and then also, like, I had to get to the right price point with Jeremy, so I still overpaid for this car for sure, but it was mine, and you know, I'd rather have it than anybody else. You can change people by your actions, your intentions, but it's not your job to. People usually will see you and then voluntarily change if they want to, but I don't know. I've learned a lot about businesses. I've learned a lot about different companies and people because of this car, and I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I'm really excited to kind of dive back into this thing. It's almost as if I never left. I am just back in this car as if nothing had ever changed. Like, I'm just driving it like I did for 5 years. Well, to be continued. On to the next episode. I'm really excited to get going on this, and I really hope you guys, if you have been gone for a while, if you've been absent from my channel, I have changed. My life has changed drastically. Obviously, I have a baby now and a wife, and you know, I hope you come back. Even if you're new to the channel, welcome, and just want you to know that I love doing this, and I will continue to make videos as long as you guys let me. As long as you guys are here to watch and support, I will continue to do this as long as I can. I'll see you guys later. Let's move on to the next video, to be continued. Peace. Hey guys, I have 2 videos for you guys to watch in front of you. It helps me a ton if you actually do end up watching those. It does like something for the algorithm, and I was gone for a little while to get some content. But anyways, just have a great day, subscribe, watch those 2 videos, and goodbye.